Hey everyone, this is Chris, your friendly neighborhood Minnesota comic geek, back with another video. The discussion topic for today is comics and sports. Before I get started, I would ask that if you enjoy this type of comic book related content, please give the video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future videos. And if you enjoy talking comics, then comment below. Alright, let's get into it. So a little background on myself. I am a sports fan on top of also being a comic book collector, reader, fan, lover of the hobby. But for most of my life, I've also, like I said, been a sports fan. And growing up in Minnesota, I obviously am a Minnesota sports team fan. Minnesota Twins, the Vikings, the Wild, Timberwolves. And for those that don't know and aren't sports fans in the comic book world, every March, one of the most anticipated sporting events of the year rolls around, known as March Madness. The college Division I men's and women's college basketball tournament to decide the eventual national champion. Well, I was trying to think of a way to kind of infuse the excitement and fun of March Madness with comic books. And my initial idea was to pick out, 64 of what I considered my favorite covers and have them, battle against each other, best comics. But that was going to take too long because my comics are in disarray right now, just unorganized. It's just a mess. It would have taken forever to narrow it down. So kind of bummed. I wasn't sure, I wanted to do this and, I wasn't sure how I could do it. But then I was just looking at all of my Wizard magazines that I have, on my shelves. I grew up reading Wizard magazine and buying and collecting every issue that, from when I started. And I have almost the entire run. I'm only missing maybe a dozen or so issues throughout the whole run of 230 plus issues. Anyways, I was looking at them and I was like, I always loved reading through, and one of the best things was which artist, what characters were going to be on the next month's issue. And the covers are one of the best parts of the magazine. There are a lot of iconic Wizard magazine covers. And so I got to, digging through them, and, I thought these magazines would make great participants in this March Madness style bracket tournament challenge. So I got to digging through, and again, I am going with what are my personal favorite covers and best covers in my opinion. Some of the parameters are that it had to be a drawn comic book art cover, so that eliminates all the kind of photographic real life person on the cover issues. And so it could be basically any issue from 1 to 230 plus whatever the final number was. I got to kind of dig through and pick out the 64 best covers in my opinion. And so I needed a way to organize them and kind of rank them to be able to seed them in the tournament bracket style. So here I am just starting to I figured the easiest way was to break down the 64 total issues into 4 stacks of 16. That way I could then more easily judge them against each other to seed them in the same way that, the college basketball teams are seeded by their rankings and what they've done during their regular season. So here, this is just me just going through the stack and kind of, like I said, separating them into, quality levels, or just what level I think that cover is at. So the upper right corner stack is the lower tiered covers, in my opinion, the worst, quote unquote, of the 64, or the worst 16. Then the bottom right is the tier of 16 right above that. And then the bottom left is the kind of second tier. And then upper left are the cream of the crop of these 64, the best covers, in my opinion, or they are the most dominant, well-designed, best images, whatever, at least just in my opinion, in order to rank them. So those are the books that get the, 1 through 4 seeds in the bracket. So those are the ones that I think are the best or have the best chance of winning the tournament overall. So that's kind of how the college basketball teams are seeded in the tournament. The higher seeds, 1 through 4 or 5 have the best chance of winning the overall tournament. This is just the kind of the intro video. With the next video, I'm going to unveil the seeding and matchups for the 64 Wizard cover challenge. I hope you all will participate and enjoy the fun that this little tournament should be and is intended to be. It's purely for fun, just something hopefully that's different than the standard comic book YouTube content, and it's a little bit more interactive, as I will put out a weekly poll of the matchups so that everyone, all of my subscribers and anyone stumbling upon the channel can vote on and pick their favorites. And then I will do a video showing the results and the winners and losers and the future matchups. So I think I'm going to try and do one region per week and see how that goes, because I have to let you all vote, and then I have to make a video, showing all the results. So yeah, I don't know. Give me your initial thoughts on this idea. Are you interested? Are you, excited maybe about doing this or participating? What are your thoughts on Wizard Magazine in general? But yeah, so with that, I will kind of end my, overview here. Thanks for watching. And again, if you enjoy this type of comic book related content, please give the video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, comment below and let's talk some comics.